New York City, the financial capital of the world. A city built on ambition, innovation, and some of the highest taxes in America. But as thousands of residents and billions in tax dollars flow out of the state, one question looms large. Can New York still afford to be generous? And what would happen if Zohran Mamdani, one of the city's most progressive politicians, becomes mayor? Since 2020, New York has lost more than 500,000 residents, over 533,000 people. That means fewer taxpayers and less revenue. Between 2020 and 2021, the number of federal tax returns filed by New Yorkers fell from 10.2 million to 9.8 million, a drop of nearly 4%. What's worse? The number of millionaire filers, the top 1% who pay about 40% of all income taxes, is falling fast. New York's share of the nation's millionaires dropped from 12.7% in 2010 to 8.7% in 2022. And that decline is centered in Manhattan, the city's financial engine. Into this fragile fiscal landscape steps Zohran Mamdani, the Queen's Assemblyman running for mayor on a bold promise to make New York free. Free buses. Free child care. Affordable housing for all. Here's what Mamdani is promising. 1. Free and affordable housing, a citywide rent freeze for rent-stabilized apartments, protecting about 2 million tenants. And the construction of 200,000 new permanently affordable homes over 10 years. 2. Free child care, universal free child care for every child under 5, a program with a $6 billion price tag. 3. Free public transit, citywide free bus service, expanding pilot programs already in place. Altogether, Mamdani's plan would add roughly $7 billion a year in new spending, one of the largest expansions of city-funded services in modern history. To pay for it, Mamdani plans to tax the rich and corporations. His proposals include raising the state corporate tax to 11.5%, bringing in $5 billion a year. Adding a new city income tax bracket of 5.9% for millionaires, another $4 billion. And boosting tax enforcement to squeeze out an extra $1 billion through audits and efficiency. Sounds simple. But there's a problem. The city's high earners, the same people Mamdani hopes to tax, are already leaving. And when they go, the revenue goes with them. Critics warn that raising taxes could accelerate outmigration, making the budget gap even worse. Economists call this the Mamdani Effect. Real estate agents in Westchester and New Jersey report a surge of inquiries from Manhattan residents preparing to relocate. Florida's DMV shows a record number of license conversions from New York, a clear sign that high earners are changing residency. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo and business leaders warn that Mamdani's tax hikes could make New York's effective top income tax rate the highest in the nation. There's another challenge. New York City's mayor can't raise taxes alone. Any major increase in state or city income taxes requires approval from Albany, and Governor Hochul has already said she opposes new millionaire taxes. So even if Mamdani wins, his ability to fund these programs depends on state politics, not just local support. And if the city runs out of money, don't count on Washington. In 2025, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent made it clear. If New York goes bankrupt under Mamdani's policies, there will be no federal bailout. The statement echoed the infamous drop-dead message from the 1975 fiscal crisis. Back then, New York survived through federal loans, not bailouts, and only after brutal spending cuts. History suggests that if New York faces insolvency again, it'll be on its own. Mamdani's supporters say his vision could make New York fairer, a city where working people thrive, not just survive. Lower costs, stronger families, and a more equitable economy. But critics warn his ideas could trigger a fiscal crisis, pushing out wealth, jobs, and investment, while leaving taxpayers holding the bill. In a city already losing its tax base, every dollar counts. And every voter will soon have to decide, should New York double down on progressive transformation? Or stabilize its finances first? Because the answer may determine whether the city of big dreams can keep dreaming, or wake up to another financial nightmare. This is the story of a city at a crossroads, between hope and hard math, between ideals and reality, between generosity and survival.